Welcome to Saniflo SFA Group. This is a troubleshooting quick guide covering Sanicom 1 lifting station. The following is a brief troubleshooting guide that would list some symptoms, some causes, and along with some possible remedies. It's important to note that grey water lifting stations are susceptible to blockages of impellers and discharge lines. Pressure activation tubes inside the pump can also be affected by blockages from grease and fats. Good practice is, though, to have a dishwasher connected to the pump if at all possible. This will help flush the grease through under temperature. Grey water lifting stations can also be affected by poor installation or other usage issues. This troubleshooting guide, you'll notice, is also available as a PDF download on the Plumber portal where you access this particular guide. And if you don't find your issue covered here, please don't hesitate to call the technical office at our head office. Now, these numbers will be presented at the end of this discussion. So what we look at through here is we have a situation where the motor does not activate and there's no noise. As a systems check for Sanicom 1, what you can do is you can actually turn the power off and then back on again, and it should start up for 5 seconds. This is a normal operation and it indicates a stable control board. You may find if your electrical supply is turned off, obviously your pump's not going to work. If it's faulty, check the power point, check the fuse and the circuit breaker. The motor may have gone into a thermal shutdown. So feel the sides of the motor for warmth as an indicator of that. The motor will generally try to restart after approximately 45 minutes once it's cooled down enough. But it's important to look for the origin of the overheating. Is there a blockage? Temperature output of the connected fixtures may exceed the pump's maximum temperature capacity. You may find that you have blocked pressure tubes due to fat or grease or a faulty pressure switch. So here you would remove and clear the pressure tubes and check and replace the pressure switches if needed. The motor hums but does not run or activate. This could be caused by blockages. The motor's been blocked, so important then to remove the blockage from the impellers to allow them to move freely. The pump cover at the bottom of the impellers may be misaligned. The impeller could be loose, or you may have a failed capacitor. So check the mounting of the pump cover and the impeller and test and replace capacitor. There could also be a motor windings failure. If this is the case, you may need an electrician to test the windings and replace the motor if necessary. Here we're looking at where the motor may run continuously. This could be that the discharge pipe is blocked, so obviously you need to clear the discharge line. There could be a hydraulic problem. The discharge pipe is clogged, the pump body or the impeller is loose. Once again, you check everything. Check the discharge line, check the pump body and check the impeller. It could be that the length or the height of the installation is over the specification of the pump, or that we have too many bends or elbows. So check the installation against the manufacturer's installation instructions and just make sure that it falls within those parameters. It could be that the integral non-return valve is blocked, faulty or damaged, so you would clean it and check it and replace it if necessary. In the COM units there is a relief or a prime hole on the motor. This can sometimes get blocked, and if this is the case you would need to clear the blockage from the relief in the primer hole. You may have a split internal discharge pipe rubber, obviously replace if necessary. And possibly you could have a defective control board. We suggest here that you consult the Saniflo technical department for further advice. When you have a motor that's acting intermittently, you may find that you have connected fixtures on that could possibly be leaking or running. This would slowly increase the level inside the pump. It will activate and then stop without any apparent reason. So the first thing is just check and if needed repair the fixtures that are connected to the pump. The integral non-return valve is blocked, damaged or faulty. This would allow water back into that pump from your discharge line, increasing the wear level, activating the pump again. So check, clean and replace the integral non-return valve. And that defective control board, once again, where you would consult the Saniflo technical department. You may have a bad or a very, very slow evacuation of the pump. You may have a vent hole. So all of our pumps have need to breathe. So you may have an AAV installed on that vent connection. So you would clean the vent, make sure that's all clear. And if there is an AAV, remove it. We don't recommend AAV valves on our pumps. you would replace it with a two-way carbon block filter or vent to atmosphere. The impeller or the pump cover plate is faulty or the discharge line is pinched. So check the impeller, check the pump cover plate, and make sure that there's no pinching or blockages on that discharge line. That blocked relief hole again, the prime hole, clear the blockage and that'll allow the pump to run much more smoother. You may have partially blocked drainage or fixture lines or a sink trap. So this is the water entering into the pump. So check the drain lines, the traps, and make sure they're all clear of blockages. And that length or height of the installation, over specification or 2 millibends or elbows. Check that installation against our manufacturer's instructions. Here we just cover some general possibilities. The backflow of water to the fixture appliance, i.e. a combi oven. So you're getting water flowing back up the line. So the outlet of the fixture or the appliance is too close to the activation level of the pump, generally about 150 millimeter from the base of the pump. You need to raise the fixture or appliance or lower the pump. You could have a bad smell emanating from the pump. So this could be an accumulation of fats and grease inside that pump. Clean and service it. Good practice is to have the dishwasher connected to that pump. The pump may not be vented to atmosphere. Vent it to atmosphere or install the two-way carbon block filter. Plastec have an eco vent or Studer have a maxi filter for this particular purpose. And leaking from the vent opening. Blocked relief prime hole, once again, clear this blockage from the reef or the prime hole. Saniflo SFA was the inventor of the small bore macerator in France in 1958. We've been in Australia since 1988 and our products are all still manufactured in France. All of the products that we bring into Australia have full watermark approval, both for Australia and New Zealand, and all of our products are sold by reputable plumbing supply outlets throughout Australia and in New Zealand. If you have any more queries, if you have any more technical questions, if this guide hasn't assisted you with an answer to your particular problem, please call the Saniflo head offices in Australia or New Zealand. Thank you.